What's up, everybody? John Royster here, Diamond Strength Systems, and
Abby.
and Callie. So we literally just recorded a video and found out that our fancy GoPro here,
Stopped working.
The settings were set to record 5 minutes only, which is funny because I only recorded a minute. So we haven't done a video in a long time. We just moved into a new house. Again.
After 7 months.
After 7 months, we just moved into a new house. Reason being is it's going to, one, save us a lot of money. We moved right next door to our gym that we're going to be opening. That building right there?
We moved.
Yeah, we moved. That building right there, there's our cars. But that building is our gym. And, I'll be getting out of the Army here in about 5 or 6 months, so...
Yeah. And it's closer to, like, society.
Civilization.
And society, and, like, all the
family.
fun stuff that you can do, and more opportunities, basically, so it's okay.
This video is going to be about, like, your first powerlifting competition. You're not sure if you want to do one, or you just signed up for one, you're not really sure what to do, type of thing. Abby here, she just signed up for her first powerlifting competition, which is going to be October 20th.
At
right?
Iron City Barbell called Halloween Havoc.
Yep. Ooh. It's in Jackson, Ohio.
I wonder if I can dress.
It's non-sanctioned.
I think I'm going to dress up.
For your first powerlifting meet.
Yeah, as a panda. I'm just going to wear my panda onesie there and take it off before I warm up. Duh.
Okay, you don't want to do that. You want to do a powerlifting competition, or you just signed up for one, I would highly recommend finding somebody who knows what the heck they're doing and train for 12 to 16 weeks. 10 weeks minimum. Train 12 to 16 weeks for your first competition. You better not hit that camera. Ooh. Train for about 12 to 16 weeks. Find somebody who knows what they're doing. If you want to do a sanctioned meet, you can. If you don't want to do a sanctioned meet, that's fine. First one is non-sanctioned. It's at Iron City Barbell, like she said. You're going to want to make sure that you either contact the people or read the rules to figure out if it is, if singlets are required.
Or if gear can be worn.
If gear can be worn, like squat suits and briefs.
Or like even wraps. Like sometimes like wraps won't be allowed if that's a thing. Or even like what type of weight classes they'll be using, like the IPF weight class or just like the traditional weight classes.
Yeah.
So you gotta look out for that too, because the one that I'm doing right now is the IPF weight class regulations, I guess that you can call it. But now, so that means that there's smaller weight classes or like less groups of weight classes. So my weight class is in a different weight class that I don't want to really be in, but that's just what it is.
But you want to make sure that you have everything for the competition. You might have to have deadlift socks or a longer pair of socks, in case that some people will break their shin up like I did. I had blood all over my leg on the bar. I had high socks on, but
it wasn't high enough.
It wasn't high enough. So you want to make sure you have the right gear. You want to make sure that you know when the competition is, what weight class you're going to go into. Don't do that. This will knock the camera over. It's just chilling. You want to make sure that. Let me backtrack. You don't want to drop weight really. Now let's say you're just a freak of nature. You're already strong and you could possibly break some kind of record. Going into your first one, but you gotta lose 5 or 10 pounds, then that might be something you want to consider, is dropping weight just to get that record. But if you're just going in and getting your feet wet, I wouldn't even worry about cutting weight. I just go in there and try to go 9 for 9, because you get 3 attempts at each lift, and get a good solid total. Just everything just goes smooth and no mistakes.
Yeah, because like for my meet now, I think I'm only cutting 4 or 5 pounds, which is literally nothing because it's just water weight at that point.
Yeah, we'll just sweat it out in the
But
summer.
it's like the reason why I'm doing that is because, like I said, the weight classes are so small. So I think it goes like 159 to like 165, and then plus. And I'm like, well, I don't want to have to compete with girls that are a lot heavier than I am, because then to me it's just like it's a self-confidence, like lesser, not a booster, but like a lesser.
Yeah, powerlifting's supposed to be fun. You're supposed to enjoy it.
Yeah.
on the platform or off the platform. You know, it's for me, it's fun. I love doing it, and it's something I'm very, very passionate about. And Abby here is starting to enjoy it as well.
Yeah, just being in the world of powerlifting a little bit more, like we've.
And getting
I've
to like
been
know
involved,
people. And
yeah, I've been involved with it for almost 2 years now, and just like going to the meets and like following all these people on Instagram and following the powerlifting world itself. Like we don't follow like USAPL or anyone or IPF because that's not what we do, and
that's different federations.
Yeah,
I don't compete in them. And
so we don't really pay attention to those, but props to those people who do it.
yeah.
But it's just like to each their own, I guess, you know.
Yeah. So we kind of already covered leading up to the meet. The day of the meet, you're going to want to make sure that you got enough rest that night. You're going to want to make sure that you have all your gear, double, triple check your bag to make sure everything's there, and you want to make sure that you get your bar height and rack height for your bench and your squat.
Did they do your bench?
I was supposed to, but I just didn't do it. Me and Dad, honestly, we just forgot.
Yeah, because we walked in there and you only did your squat. I didn't know you had to do your bench at the same time.
Yeah, you got to do your bench too. But luckily, the guy in front of me was about the same height and everything as I was, so I didn't have to adjust the rack any. But you're going to want to make sure that you're not going to be unracking the bar on the squats too low to where you stand up like 6 inches with it. You just want to stand up just enough to clear the rack, and if it's a minor lift, we'll drop it out, or you can walk it out, and if it's a rack, then you can just walk it out. You want to make sure that you're not starting off too high of weight on your openers. Mainly, you just want to get numbers on the board, and you want to be in the meet.
Yeah.
You want to do something that you can hit most likely on your worst day, and you know you can get, you're confident about. And after that, on your second and third attempts, you know, typically would jump like, for me, 20 to 50 pounds, depending on the lift. So yeah, that's just for me. So I opened with 685, and then I went to 730 on my squats, and then 760, which was a missed attempt. I was strong enough to get it, but my technique was not there, and because my technique was not good, my body was just out of position. So why do you want to do this powerlifting meet? What made you want to do a powerlifting meet?
Have something to look forward to every single day. I feel like I'm just repeating myself, but that's basically what it is. And it's like, I just wanted to be able to push myself, and John's always asking me if I'll ever compete after this one, and I probably would, just because of the fact that I liked how most of my training went this training cycle, and it's just another thing to hold myself accountable for, you know. And I've said this to you before, but I like the way that we train because we can see it's not instant results, but it's like instant gratification for yourself. Because like we don't PR on squats every single time, but when we do, we don't max out on squats every single time, but when we do, it's most likely PR.
I mean, like every week.
Yeah.
We don't max out on squats every week. We rotate. We do the conjugate method.
Yeah, but even if we max out on a certain exercise, you're still PRing either way. So either way, you're still seeing a change. You're still seeing,
staying focused and doing what needs to be done, and then you go and you.
Like I say it all the time, it's just like people now. I feel like people want to lose weight a lot, and they want to be
tone up and
they want to be a certain body percentage, but you don't see those numbers every single day. Well, you do
if you step on a scale.
If you step on a scale, but then one day you could be like 164, and the next day you could be 166, and then drop down to 163. So it's like your weight is always fluctuating, but your numbers on the bar isn't always going to be like that. It's either going to always go up, or you're just going to start to plateau, and then you're going to hit the number that you want to hit.
Yeah, and as you get more experience and as you start to become stronger, those jumps start happening slower. So, she may hit a 700, 750 total. Mm-hmm. She may hit a 750 total this powerlifting meet, and her next one she may hit a 850 or 825 or something.
Yeah.
Then the next one that it may be like 900. The next one after that may be like 920 or something. So as you move up, your jumps on your total are going to get a little slower and slower, just because you're really pushing your body to its full potential. That's how you know you're starting to get to its full potential, because there's just, you know, like Dave Hoff, it took him, what, how many years to put on 5 pounds to his total?
A whole lot.
It took him months, if not years, just to put on 5 pounds to his total. I mean, he's totaling, what did he total? 3,014 or 2015, something like that.
13, 14, right? Because he's
30,
he's Mr. 3K14 on.
Yeah, so he totaled like 3,014 pounds or something like that. But his one before that was Mr. 3,000, I think, or 3,010. I think that was his last total.
Yeah, I can't remember.
So those jumps are very small as you get better. But luckily for you viewers out there, if you want to do a powerlifting competition, we can help prepare you for that.
Yeah.
We'll give you everything you need as far as information, programming, dieting, nutritional guidance, do's and don'ts, form stuff, technique. We have a private Instagram page that if you buy a program through us, whether it's month to month or a 12 to 16 week training cycle up front, we'll add you to that group so you can go in there, and it's kind of like an exercise library where all your videos are there, all of the lifts are there,
like
so you can go in there and click on it and read, like, okay, this is why and how we do a box squat. You can go in there and view it. So you know, when you work with us at Diamond Strength Systems and you're doing a program with us, you're going to get 24 access to one of us. If I'm your trainer, it'll be me. If she's your trainer, it'll be her. But we're always just a phone call away or text message away or whatever.
Yeah.
And if you need any help, like, hey, I don't know how my bands are supposed to be set up on bench press, if we have you using bands, we'll make sure to make a video or a picture or something and send that to you. So
yeah, as long as you show us what your bench press looks like, then we'll be able to try to help you. But if we don't know what it looks like, or if you don't send us any videos of what you are doing, then we can't help you to the best of our ability.
It's very, very important that you would send us at least 4 videos a week. Speed bench, speed squats, heavy lower, and heavy upper. Those are the 4 videos that we ask, because your speed days, even though it's not that important, I mean, they are important, but even though it's not that like different from week to week, because you speed bench and squat every week, the things that we're looking for is like bar speed. You know, is the bar path, bar position good? Is your wrist cracked back? Are they straight up and down?
Is your butt coming up in the
butt
air?
coming up off the path. So those are the things we look at. And after doing it long enough, you can start to pick up on those things fairly quick.
Yeah.
So that's why we request these videos from you weekly, at least 4 videos at a time.
Yeah.
So we're going to be starting here in 3 weeks at the gym, Diamond Strength Center, powerlifting, I said strash.
Strength and conditioning.
Strength and conditioning, stuff like that. We're going to be targeting athletes, military, first responders, powerlifters mainly. Anybody that just wants to get stronger, anybody that competes in a sport, we want to bring them in, train them to get stronger so they can go back to the sport and dominate the competition.
Yeah, and not only with powerlifting, but we'll also have like boot camps for the people that just want to have a program or just want to go in and have someone to tell them what to do, but they don't want to do it in like a personal training setting, and they are more motivated in a group setting where other people are there to push them as well. So that's what we're trying to do. We're going to probably have morning boot camps all throughout the week, and then probably just morning boot camps in the morning, on Saturday and Sundays as well. And then we'll try to have something for the kids as well, because kids are our future and they have to get stronger in their sport.
It's important for them to know how to perform these exercises properly, because the biggest thing is injuries. We want to try to prevent injuries. So if you have a football team that is strong and healthy and very rarely getting hurt, then you can keep your best players in the game most of the time, because it's not like your main running back pulled a muscle or hurt his ankle or hurt his knee due to weakness. We're going to strengthen them so they could stay in the fight and stay on the field or court or
and
nine set of golf ball holes or something.
We're also going to try to get the police department, the fire department, any military personnel to come into the gym, because like how you said, the more stronger they are, the more they're going to stay in the fight, whether it's playing a game or actually doing their duty and what they do.
Yeah, because especially firefighters and police officers, they never know what kind of situation they're going to walk up to. So it's very important that they're able to handle whatever it is that that scenario is going to throw at them. And we're going to be able to help them. We're going to be able to instruct and lead and guide them down the right path to where they need to be.
Yeah, so we're going to have a bunch of different things that our gym's going to offer, and we're going to try to have some special events at our gym just to get the community more involved. So if you're not really interested in powerlifting or not interested in competing, then we'll probably have like a 5K or just like a friendly cornhole.
Something
a
to
cornhole game would be fun. Like a cornhole tournament.
Something to get the community involved and something to get people knowing about certain things. It's just
even if it's like getting the community involved with like a healthy eating seminar or whatever, like just to get more people to start eating healthier, being mindful of what they eat and put in their bodies instead of having to run to a fast food restaurant every single day. Like you could make an easy meal at home and just bring it with you, or like something like that, or even trying to get into the schools and talk to the kids about it. Like that's something I feel like we could do.
Yeah, it's going to be a great success. I don't see failure happening at all with this gym.
No.
Do you have any questions, concerns, comments about going into your first powerlifting competition and you need somebody to train you up?
Or just have like not even, it's not like consultation, but like more of a...
Yeah, if you got questions, shoot us an email, put it in the comments below, we'll DM, something.
I guess that's the question. I think that's the word that I was looking for.
Yeah, I mean, if y'all got some questions or something, hit us up, we'll be happy to answer them.
Yeah, like I had someone like reach out to me the other day, just asking like
how we warm up. Is that right?
How you warm up, like how do you pick attempts, or what are their cues for the squat, bench, and deadlift, and what to expect.
I can answer some of those right now for them.
Sure.
So warming up for your competition. Let's say you're gonna bench press 225 as your opener. You're probably gonna want to shut off your warm ups around like 165, 185. So you don't want to warm up too soon, and you don't want to wait too long to where you're rushing your warm ups. So I would advise you going to a powerlifting competition and washing up before you actually go do one, so you know what to expect. Find somebody that's going to be in your weight class and that kind of knows what they're doing if you're able to find that person, and just kind of watch how they warm up and how they do their stuff. I wouldn't really advise stretching. It's more of you really just want to get the blood in your muscles, get your hips and your joints and all your muscles full of blood and warmed up and ready to go. I wouldn't sit there and static stretch for 20 minutes or something like that unless you have a specific scenario where you have to do that. Your attempts, you want to make sure you're going to have 3 attempts on each lift. It's important to go 9 for 9. Does it happen all the time? No, usually 6 or 7 for 9. You want to make sure that your openers are something you can hit on your worst day. So you don't want to pick your opener on squat too high, and then you can't get it for whatever reason, and you bomb out, and then you just wasted money on possibly a hotel, traveling, freaking all that good stuff. So yeah, I bombed out of one meet.
Just one. At least it wasn't far though.
It was the Arnold Classic, but it wasn't one of the biggest ones out there.
At least it wasn't in like Missouri or California. That would have sucked.
Yeah, so
like we know someone that done that.
Yeah, we do. I won't mention no names, but weight classes. Unless you're going for like a record or something, just don't even worry about cutting weight.
Yeah.
I am trying. I walk around 195, 200 pounds, compete in the 181 weight class. Multiply in the open pro division. I am trying to work my way up in the ranks in the 181 weight class. I have a specific reason why I'm staying in this weight class. I'd like to get top 20 and top 10 at some point. So if you're new, just going into a powerlifting meet, your goal is to have a successful powerlifting meet. Get that total. Try to go 7 for 9, 9 for 9 if you can, and walk out of there injury-free with a lot of lessons learned. So that's the main goal.
Yeah.
What else we got? That's it, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right. So if you have any questions, put them in the comments.
Questions,
the
concerns,
DMs.
conundrums.
Conundrums. That's a hard one.
Conundrums.
Hit us up. We'll be more than happy to help. Diamond Strength Systems on Instagram and Facebook.
Yeah, and then diamondstrengthllc.com.
I think that's it, right?
Yep.
All right, y'all. Hit us up.
Peace.
Peace.